Okay, so let's see what wants to be shared today. Let me just check in for a moment. You know, sometimes when tuning in before these videos is like tuning into this almost infinite supply of ideas or inspiration and just feeling like, which string do I pull now, but what feels the most alive in this moment? Okay, so I was speaking with a friend last night, just before going to bed. So we're right now in this beautiful nature place in Holland, and yesterday I had been leading a kind of dance and connection circling meditation workshop, and after that me and a bunch of women, maybe 10 of us, went out into the field in this place where we were allowed to be without clothes, and we were in the field naked with the rain and the sunset, and there was a rainbow and there was lightning and thunder and like all of the elements just all at once. And before we were going out, just so that to give you a little bit of background story, I'm not always hanging out with naked women, but there was this feeling of, you know, we're in this place where we are allowed to be just free as we are, and we all felt like we want to go outside, we want to go outside, we want to be naked in the rain, but then everybody was kind of holding back because of everybody else. But then as soon as one of us had gone, that gave permission for everyone else to just, you know, undress and go out into the rain, which is both the most joyful as well as the most practical, because if you go out into the rain with clothes, you get all wet clothes, and with no clothes, then it's just pure skin enjoyment. So that was what we were doing last night, which is completely not my point of the video at all. It's just a little lead in, because then with one of these women, we were talking about what happens when we go to sleep, because after that we were going to bed. When we go to sleep, most people find the sleep state so blissful, because that's the only time for most people when the mind stops. And the mind for most people is this continuous spin of crap, basically. And when we were talking about this, there is this quality or this thing that happens when we wake up in the morning. We come from this deep state of peace and bliss and sleep, and then it's like this wound up radio thing that starts again. It's like, and then the thought stream starts immediately. And for a lot of people, the thought stream is one of like, oh shit, I have to do this, and oh, I need to call that person, and what I need to do today, and you start listing all of these uninspired actions that you have to take during the day. And don't get me wrong, you know, it's great to be organized and have to-do lists and those kind of things if that inspires you, but I'm talking about that habitual waking up in the morning, and before you're actually even in action mode, you start having this stream of thought telling you all these crappy things. And so what I was telling her about was that last week I was in Denmark, and I was in this retreat with David Data, and he was talking about a similar thing, that when the mind kicks in the morning and we start going into this slipstream of just negativity most of the time, when we could wake up and just go, I love God! And he doesn't mean God in a religious sense, but just God as in like all of existence, all of life. And I've had a similar experience for the last few months, where every morning pretty much I wake up and I feel, oh my God, we're on a planet. How amazing is that? This is such an amazing planet to be on, and how amazing that it just keeps on spinning in perfection. The sun has risen again, even though sometimes it's behind clouds. It seems like all of this whole cosmic experience is set up in such perfection so that we can keep on having this life experience. And so I don't take it for granted that I wake up every morning. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow I won't. For sure, one day I will not. So waking up every morning and having, oh my God, we're on a planet, or oh my God, it's a new day, or oh my God, I'm still here, or oh, I love life, or what an amazing day, or anything could happen, just a possibility. Wow, today is a new day. I have never lived before. Anything could happen, because you can't really argue with that, you know, anything could happen. And if you notice especially that even if you wake up in a kind of crappy state, there are glimpses of joy and enjoyment, or maybe you even end up having an amazing day. If that is the case repeatedly, then why not get excited already in the morning for what might come? So the invitation here, playfully, and if this doesn't resonate, then just pause the video now and leave and don't come back. But if this resonates, then the invitation here, playfully, is to see, starting from tomorrow morning, how you can just, in a way, train yourself to have your first thought in the morning be one of some kind of OMG, this is such a trip, this is so amazing. How amazing that we can wake up and have this experience together. And if that sounds contrived to you, that's what the mind is. The mind is a tool that for the most part has been trained to loop in pretty negative and destructive and dysfunctional patterns. So if the mind is going to say something anyway, knowing that no thought is essentially true, if the mind is going to say something anyway, why not train the mind to say something that feels really fucking amazing? So the invitation for tomorrow, and see what resonates for you. Maybe it's I love life, or anything could happen, or oh my god, we're on a planet, or wow, just a breath is such a miracle, or wow, I have a body. You know, whatever it is for you that really taps you into that feeling of over the top excitement, almost to the point of it being silly, because when the mind wakes up with a to-do list looping already, that is a sign of severe seriousness. So to break that, just choose whatever feels like over the top exciting for you and start with that, and then just watch what happens with the rest of your morning, with the rest of your day. And I would love to hear your experience as well. So if you feel inspired to, you don't have to, but if you feel inspired to, feel free to drop a comment below. Share what is your statement, what is your over the top, silly, excited statement to the universe and to life when you wake up, as well as what is your experience of that. Okay, so wishing you so much love.